Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some Minecraft, vanilla Minecraft, which is oddly lagging more than my modded was lagging. Maybe it's because I have a couple of optimization mods. I don't know. But yeah, welcome back to Minecraft. I have not done any... I haven't done anything in vanilla in a little while. You've probably seen that I've been doing, a lot of stuff on the modded SC colony. Whoop, that was not done. On the SC colonies. That's been lots of fun playing through. Really been enjoying getting through some of SC colonies, getting into the colony stuff, especially the actual colony content. These can be interesting. I mean, again, I haven't really done anything here. In fact, I don't think I've done. I think I have literally done nothing since the last episode of this. So, no new, no updates. I haven't changed anything or done any real off-camera work or anything. But I have been, doing. Well, I have been doing stuff with the colonies. Sorry, I don't know. I was just like, let's play vanilla Minecraft today. And then I'm like, okay, what am I doing? What am I saying? I don't know. I know none. I know zero. I do need to make an actual, farm. So I think that's what I'm going to do first. Hence why I dug out a space over here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah. I should want there to be a space at the end. Right. Just like that. Yes. Cool. I'm gonna need more ground than that. But it is a start. I have to flatten some of that area, for example. So, but it certainly is a start. Hunger! I do hunger. Actually, I've been, speaking of hunger, I've actually been, I've been buying I don't know if I mentioned it, but I've been buying these, frozen peanut butter and jelly, sandwich things. They're called Uncrustables. And I've always liked peanut butter and jelly a lot. What I dislike about peanut butter and jelly sandwiches is bread. I actually really dislike the taste of bread. And I find that whenever I make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, there's just too much bread. The bread is just thick. It's too thick. It's not pleasing to eat one of the, a legitimate sandwich. And I think that's one thing I like about the Uncrustables is like the bread, if you will, is like considerably thinner than like standard bread. Like the two sides of the bread or whatever, the two pieces, however you want to word it. They're about as thick as like a single piece of bread. It's almost like, cutting the bread in half, just, horizontally instead of vertically. And I gotta say, it's made, eating those sandwiches like so much better. It's made eating peanut butter and jelly so much better. And one day I would like to go and get peanut butter and banana again. When I was a kid, peanut butter and banana was like one of my favorite things. Peanut butter and banana sandwiches was one of my favorite things. Like I used to love eating that when I was a kid. Unfortunately, I don't eat, I don't make food enough to like, to warrant going out and like buying banana, because I wouldn't, if I went out and bought banana, I wouldn't end up like eating it as banana, the point would be to make the peanut butter and banana sandwich, but then like I wouldn't eat the banana. Not for any, like, it's not that I dislike banana. I actually do like it. It's just I wouldn't end up eating. I would be like, oh, I'm saving these banana for when I make the sandwich. So then I wouldn't eat the banana when I wasn't making the sandwich. But then I would make like one sandwich. And so that I just wouldn't eat any of like the banana. And so I have not been able to convince myself to, spend the money to, buy banana when I wouldn't eat it, and maybe that's just me. I mean, again, some of that is that I have, actual issues with, getting up, moving around. It's not so, like, my avatar is in a wheelchair for a reason. It's to symbolize my, disability. In real life, it's not so bad that I am in a wheelchair constantly, but it is bad enough that I might as well be in a wheelchair constantly. If I was any level of like actually active in life, So, do I not have any seeds anywhere? I don't seem to have any seeds. Oh, it's almost nighttime. Time for sleepies. But yeah, my disability is, my main source of disability is constant, like severe pain, The more active I become, the more it hurts. So it's like, yeah, if I get up and I, try to be active, then everything just hurts and I just don't have a good time. It's less so much that, like, it is that I really can't, like, get up and move around and things without severe pain. But it's not that I, can't get up and walk. It's that I can't get up and walk without being in pain. So, it's not, like I said, it's not so much that I can't do a thing as much as if I do it, it causes serious pain. If that makes sense. And unfortunately, that's part of why they're like, well, you're not disabled because you can do the thing. It just, when you get up and you do anything, it hurts. And it's like, okay, but shouldn't that, like, still qualify? Because, it is severe pain, like, debilitating pain. And it's like, nah. You can get up and walk. You just are in severe pain the whole time. And so therefore, you can get up and walk and therefore are perfectly fine and perfectly capable of getting up and walking. I'm like, okay, thanks. Good to know that nobody freaking cares. Let's see. Trying to remember, wasn't there a ruined portal just that way? Having two Minecraft series, I'm getting the two a lot confused. So you'll have to, excuse me if I am like, oh yeah, I should have this. And I'm like, nope. Because I should have had that, but in reality, I really don't because of, it being in the other series. So, yes. 'Tis a ruined portal over here. Cool. That's what I thought. I just, in both of my series, I need to get to the Nether. Both in this one and in the other one. I like that this one is, like, actually collapsed this way. It just sucks because I can't, like, mine it. I don't even have an iron pickaxe, let alone a diamond pickaxe. So, I really do need to get to the Nether. I think that's why I was doing a lot of, like, mining last time. So, and see, like, that's sort of an issue here is, on one hand, I would love to go explore and, like, maybe find a village. But, like, how would I get back here? I don't have a map. I have nothing to tell me how to get back here, nothing. So, I guess I could, like, write my coordinates down, but hi, chicken. Follow the seeds. I don't suppose there's another chicken, by any chance. Like, if I could get 2 chickens, I would be happy. I don't need more than 2. I just need 2. I would be very happy if there was another chicken around here. Does not appear to be, which really sucks. There is, like, a weird little cave over there. So that might be something worth looking into. But seriously, though, like, this is the same version of Minecraft. 1.19... Well, I guess it's 19.3, not 19.2. But it's 1.19. And vanilla is lagging more than freaking modded with all of its extra stuff. Freaking Biomes aplenty. Actually, do I have biomes aplenty? I think so. Ooh. Oh. I may have just found something cool, though. I really didn't mean to, like, come out here. I was looking for a chicken. But now I'm, like, wandering. Because I see, like, a glacier biome. Or something to that effect. I'm not sure what it's called. But yeah, big old mountain with, is this packed ice or blue ice? I never remember. Somebody's gonna be like, well, duh, blue ice is blue, Serene. That looks blue to me. So, is true facts, you know? I mean, I've got goats. So I'm really concerned about there being, like, powdered snow up here. But I guess there isn't. Like, I haven't found any as I've been walking. But I think this is packed ice. I think blue ice is, like, more blue. Does that make sense? Problem is I really can't see anything from out here because of my render distance. I'm trying to see if I can, like, see anything, but I really can't see. I would like to find a village or something, you know? Get some villagers. But I don't know where to find any. So, well, 199, 426 is where this is. And then I know that I basically went more or less south to get to this. So, that's kind of just what I gotta do to, like, find my way back. Ow. Or I can always die, I suppose. I do have keep inventory on. I should note that if I do release a version of SC Colonies, whether it be SC Colonies or whether it be Mystic Domains, that there will be a grave mod. And, you know, for anybody who doesn't want to use keep inventory. But I will say that while there will be a grave mod, my plan is I want to, like, put in some kind of, like, a questing mod, like FTB or FTB hardcore or something like that. And what I would like to do is make it an option. Be like, do you want keep inventory on? And then, like, people can just, like, accept the quest. Keep inventory, you know? And then, boom, keep inventory will be on. And there will be no, like, this is cheating, you know, with that. Because, first off, if you're following my Let's Play, you know, if you're doing stuff, you know, kind of following along with the Let's Play itself, I use keep inventory, you know? So, like, if anybody's cheating, I'm cheating, and I'm the creator, right? So, like, and that's a question That's a question I've wondered. If a creator puts in an option for, infinite health, for, creative mode, for, does that count as cheating if the creator, put that in there as an option and you enable that option? I would say no, because it's something the creator put in, I know some people who would be like, well, how is it, how do you activate it? Is it a switch that you, flip and it, turns it on? Is it a code that you enter, And I get that the origin of, like, cheat codes, right, is that they were, like, cheat codes, They were built in, the first, few cheat codes were built into the game, more as, like, debug features that, like, just didn't get removed, And so then you find it and it's like, oh, it's like cheating, the Konami code and, stuff like that. But I think if it's in the game, even if you're having to type something out to activate it, like, it's really not cheating. It is a function of the game. It was put into the game by the devs. Like, there's a difference between inputting a code to change something in the game, like, that's built into the game, as opposed to, say, glitching the game, right? Like, there's a difference between that. There's a difference between the dev intentionally put in a code, an assist mode, let's even call it, and, like, hey, I'm doing something that is not the intended, like, method of gameplay by the devs, And I think that's, like, a big distinction that kind of needs to be considered, Like, is it cheating if the devs themselves, like, give you the ability to do it, And I know that somebody will probably make the, like, easy mode comparison, Like, well, is it right to play a game on easy mode and then claim that, you did all the things? Just, I mean, yes, regardless of what version of the game you played on, you still did it. If you beat Minecraft in, version 1.0, but you didn't beat Minecraft in version 1.9, then did you really beat Minecraft, Like, that would be my argument. It's like, yes, you absolutely can claim that if you beat something on something like easy mode. Also, what the frick with these, like, I'm, like, immediately, constantly, and, like, instantly going into like swim. Even when I'm not like hitting buttons to swim. And it's actually almost annoying. Bang! Like, if you beat the Ender Dragon in the original Ender Dragon fight, but you've never done it since the 1.9 combat update, then did you really beat the Ender Dragon? You know? My answer is yeah, of course you beat the, like, yes, absolutely. You know, it doesn't matter what version you played on. There it is. You know, all that matters is you played the game, you know? Did you really beat the raid if you played it on normal instead of playing it on, you know, Savage or whatever, you know, you want to call it? Mythic or, you know. Yeah, absolutely. Like, if somebody is looking at you and being like, oh, well, you beat, you know, I don't know, the jailer in World of Warcraft, but see, you only did it on, you know, looking for raid difficulty, so you didn't actually, like, complete the raid. Like, nah, screw that. What the freaking... I've got, like, some kind of weird, like, speed going on. I really, like, what is that? Like, what is going on here? When I push forward, I just get, like, massive speed boost for some reason. I don't know why. Now I'm not getting it. Oh, it's toggle sprint. That's what it is. Freaking toggle sprint is on. So I'm like pushing the like run button, expecting it to like make me run, and then letting go of the button, expecting it to not make me run anymore. I hate toggle sprint. Toggle sprint is like ugh to me. Like, I hate it. Like, when I let go of the run button, I want to stop running. You know? I don't want to, like, still be going at full speed. You know? And now my microphone is back now. But like when you tell your body, "Hey, stop moving," do you want to keep moving? You know. When you want to slow down, do you tell your body like, "Oh, by the way, I only want to slow down when I tell you to stop, not, you know, when I decide like it's time to slow down." You know? I don't think I'm making a very good comparison there because, you know, I just don't think I'm like saying it right. But yeah, I don't know. I dislike toggle sprint. When I want to stop running, I want to stop running. And that was what the problem was I was like in toggle sprint. And so like I was going and I was letting go to like slow myself down underwater, but then I wasn't. And that was the problem. Was freaking toggle sprint. I hate toggle sprint so much. I know somebody's gonna be like, gasp! about that, but I really do. I really dislike toggle sprint. That's just the way it is. You know? Also, I don't have apotheosis, so these are only going to grow up by 3, which I think is annoying and kind of dumb that you get limited like that. That's one of the reasons I like apotheosis, because it adds a lot of functionality that I really do believe should be base Minecraft. You know? Like, legitimately, I get annoyed at a lot of things that are not just straight up base Minecraft, you know? I'm just like, why are these features? You know, why do these features have to be modded? Why can they not be just, hey, this is how Minecraft works? I do have an iron pickaxe, I forgot. You know? I mean, I get, you know, stuff like how Silent Gear works isn't like base Minecraft, and that's fine. You know, Silent Gear is maybe a bit overpowered for the way that, you know, Minecraft vanilla is designed. A less overpowered when, you know, combined with other mods that do some really crazy stuff. But I'm totally willing to admit that Silent Gear is overpowered for base vanilla. But I just don't understand, like, backpacks. You know? Why? Why do they not exist? Well, then what would the shulker box be? A late game feature? Like, look, we need an early game backpack. Like, straight up. That's just the way it is. I know some people want there to be this, like, you know, well, I had to work for this. You know, you're going to come in and just be like, oh, no, all of your work means nothing now. But, like, yeah, kinda. Like, no offense, but it's called Things Got Better, you know? It's okay for the game to get better, you know, for new stuff to be added that improves things so that, you know, other players don't have to do what you had to do, you know? And look, if you don't want to play with backpacks, then just don't make one. You know, that's my opinion. If you don't want backpacks, just don't make one. You know? You got your shulker boxes. Enjoy, you know? But then there's also people that are like, well, if they add it to the game, then I'll have to do it. And it's like, why? If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. You know? Like, why is it that if they add a feature to the game, then you have to do that feature? You know? You have to play with that feature, you know? When freaking Final Fantasy XIV adds the next Abyssos raid, now that I've hit level, gotten into the 90 content, like, I'm not going to do Savage. I might do Abyss, the next level layer, excuse me, not Abyssos, Pandemonium. I'm not going to do freaking Savage, you know? I haven't even done freaking Savage Omega. I have done Savage Alexander, technically. More that I've been run through Savage Alexander. Never actually did Savage Alexander. Because I don't have any interest in it. Like, nobody is forcing you to do the thing. You know? This is for the people who want to do the thing. You know, if you don't want a backpack, fine. But, you know, it would give a use to leather. Something that very rarely has uses. Just saying. You know, just a thought. Just a quick thought. You know, we're all on. Ooh, did that? No, it didn't. Okay. Like, we're all on about, like, stuff in Minecraft has to have uses. Freaking, then you include leather armor, and it's like, okay, what's the use of leather armor? You know? Well, it's an early game, like, equipment. Yes, but when are you ever going to get it? Like, I can literally have, or in fact, I currently have, iron armor. And, like, I got that before I've even seen leather. You know? So, really, you know, it's an old feature that is more or less defunct now, I'm sorry to say. You know? In fact, I'm not sure that leather armor was ever really, like, a thing. Granted, I came in to Minecraft in 1.7 beta with the introduction of creative mode. I don't think I would have liked Minecraft before that. Like, yeah, I do enjoy Minecraft non-creative now. But when I started playing, I started playing, I played a little, and I went, I don't know about this. And then somebody told me, well, they just added this creative mode. And that was what got me to be like, oh, actually, this is nice, this is fun. You know? Like, I don't know that I would have bought Minecraft if it hadn't been for creative mode. You know? I'm just gonna be honest. I need a new stone pickaxe. This one about to die. I like that I'm just running around everywhere with, like, no health, no hunger. It's just like, yeah, I mean, like, it's not like I have food. And that's another thing. Like, it's so easy to find things to mine. It's so easy to find, you know, like, you know, armor and equipment and such. What about food? You know? Like, I'm not playing without food because I want to. I'm playing more or less without food because, like, where is the food? You know? Freaking, I have to basically just sit around and AFK while I grow freaking, you know, wheat and stuff. Because of the fact that there's just, like, nothing at the moment. You know? And I know somebody's gonna be like, well, because you passed up all those cows and pigs and stuff earlier. Yeah, because I don't want to, you know, kill them. until I can, like, make a farm for them. Because that's the smart thing to do. Especially considering how far away from my freaking home they are. You know? So, like, what am I supposed to do otherwise? And really, I don't have any kind of solution for that. I don't know. Maybe... I think the one that I would do is I would just make it so that grass can drop. Everything, you know. You know, when you break grass, there's a random chance of wheat seeds. Well, you know, now there's a random chance of potatoes or carrots and maybe beetroot seeds or something, you know. Just to add a little, like, you know, this is now a little bit easier. But then again, I'm also the person that gets yelled at by people when I say that games should be easier. So, apparently, the idea that difficulty does not enhance a game for me is a hot take. I don't know why. But, like, it apparently is. Like, I'm sorry, but difficulty does not make a game better. You know? I think I've said this in something else. I think it might have been Endwalker, which I haven't aired yet. But, like, difficulty seems to be a thing that needs to be added to games when nothing else satisfies the criteria of making the game fun. You know? Yes, difficulty can make a game more fun. But difficulty will, like... like, let's say Elden Ring or Dark Souls, you know? Everybody's like, oh, it's so much fun, it's so hard. I'm like, okay. And what else? Well, it's hard. And what else? You know? Like, other than difficulty, what makes it good? And people will be like, well, it looks really nice. Okay. Great. Graphics matter 0 in whether or not a game is good. Like, legitimately, they matter absolutely 0 about whether a game is good or not. So tell me what else. And it just ends up in this back and forth where just nobody can answer the question. I'm just like, so the game is good because it's difficult. Like, let me ask a question. If they added an easy mode to the game, one that made the game stupidly easy, even, you know, let's say it made the game so easy that, like, you would have to work to, like, die to any of the bosses. Would there be something in there that you would still say, yeah, no, this game is good? You know? Like, is the story good? What is the story? That's another big one, especially with Elden Ring. I ask, well, what's the story? And nobody can answer that question. I'm going, I've never played Elden Ring. I've watched it played. Every time I've watched it played, I'm going, where's the story? Again, I've never played it. But if I'm watching a YouTuber play the game, and there's no story in the game, like, you know? I get so confused, you know? And keep in mind, I'm not saying, like, anybody is bad if they like these games, you know? I'm not saying, like, oh, you like this game? Well, screw you then, you know? I'm not. Like, enjoy what you enjoy, but I just want to ask a question, you know? Aside from the game is hard, what makes you enjoy it? And when I ask that question and I get I'm like, well, like difficulty is there to enhance the fun of the game. It is not there to make the game fun. You know, the difficulty of a game should be the last thing that you think about when it comes to whether a game is fun. Did you enjoy the game? You know? Well, why did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy it because it was hard? You know, ask that question. Did you enjoy it? And if so, what did you enjoy? If the first thing that comes to mind is, well, it was hard. I mean, I'm just saying, like, there are other reasons to enjoy games. You know? Games do not need to be hard in order to be fun. That's all I'm saying. But apparently that's a hot take, because every time I say that, like, I've said it a couple of times in my Discord. I've said it to several of my friends. I've said it to people on Final Fantasy XIV even. I've been like, you know, like, talking to them, and I'm like, yeah, I don't do Savage. It's too hard. It's stupid. It's hard and it's stupid. Like, there is no reason that it needs to be as hard as it is. You know? And people are like, well, like, but there isn't. But what if somebody enjoys that level of difficulty? Fine. They can enjoy it. But, again, I'm asking the question, are they enjoying it purely because of the difficulty? You know? What else is it offering you other than difficulty? And when people say nothing, I go, that's my point. But then that's what gets them angry. I'm like, I'm literally just asking if all it offers is difficulty. If so, then I'm sorry, but I don't agree with that. Instant karma, maybe? Does that count as karma? Me sitting here with my, you know, apparently super hot takes or something. Even Minecraft is like, nope, get that trash out of here. Get your trash out of here. Nah. God, I need inventory. Mojang. Backpacks. B-A-C-K. P-A-C-K. Backpack. But we don't want to, we don't want to deal with, we don't want to, like, ruin the whole point of shulkers. Then find a way to make shulkers earlier game, because seriously, you're adding so much content to this game that is so early game, and then nobody has inventory space. This is getting ridiculous. Like, please. I am giving you the solution. You know? You can take it free of charge. I legitimately don't care. I am literally handing you the solution. Like, fine. Don't give us backpacks, But we need an early game version of a shulker box. Can we get, a skeleton box? Something that we can farm a few bones or something. Or give us, again, a backpack, but instead of, 3 lines, it could be bigger. Or, just throwing this out there, maybe a backpack could always be 3 lines. Whereas a shulker box, maybe it's a little bit bigger than a backpack. You don't have to go full sophisticated backpacks out here. Or whichever mod it is that adds the, like, diamond and gold and netherite backpacks that get bigger and bigger and bigger. Like, you don't gotta do that. Oh, it was this way. Just give us a 3-layer backpack. Heck, give us a 2-layer backpack. I guarantee you, they give us a 2-layer backpack, nobody's gonna be like, oh, but my shulker box is now completely useless. Because no, you want the bigger storage, you need the shulker box. Make it so that you have to put down the backpacks, just like shulker boxes. If the concern is like, backpacks, you could just right-click to open. First off, yeah, hello, why is that not a thing in shulkers? Anyway, why do I have to put the thing down every time I want to interact with it? It's really annoying. But also, again, fine. Keep that if you want, for whatever reason. Again, just do the same thing, Backpacks also have to be set down. Give us a crate. Here's an idea. Fine, you want a box type thing. Give us a crate. Something that we can set down that's maybe only 2 lines, 2 lines big. But it gives you something that you can put down and use as storage before you get to the end. We need what we really need is a storage system. You know? You don't want to go full ME, fine. Don't go, don't do refined storage or, advanced, applied energistics. Fine. Don't go that route. Do simple storage instead, A chest core where you put it down and it links to other chests that are nearby, Like, just something that allows us to be able to search. Heck, fine, don't even add any of that stuff. Add a keybind that you push and you get a little, particle effect. Heck, go Arcane Arsenal, where you have to, create a book and then link that book to the chests with an item. And then when you open the book, it's like, oh hey, now I know. Now I know where things are. You click on an item, it points an arrow or points a line that says, hey, here's where the thing is, Make it an item instead of a keybind, We just need something that can make it so that we can search through our 1,500 chests so that we can find that one freaking block of diorite that we know we put somewhere. Or basalt. Or heck, I know I have a diamond somewhere. Where the heck did I put it? Oh, I put it in 7 different chests because I have 7 diamonds, and every time I've gotten one, I've accidentally put it in a different chest. Stuff like that would be very quickly solved with a Arcane Arsenal type system. Just here's a little book. I open the book. The book is linked via some magical means to my chests. I mean, come on. And that's another thing that bothers me a bit about Minecraft is clearly this is a magical fantasy world. So where's the magic? Where is the magic? Well, there's an enchanting system that's basically useless. Where's the magic? You can't even claim that it's not a magical fantasy because of the enchanting system. The enchanting system that is magic. Therefore, it's a magical fantasy. But other than enchanting and potions, where's the magic? Heck, botany style. You cast spells to organize your inventories. I think the Arcane Arsenal, being that that's, also magic-based, would be the best route to go in that regard. Oh, here it is. But, there's no reason that we can't have, a magic-based storage system, Maybe I'm just complaining for the sake of complaining, though. I guarantee you that the answer that I would get for any of that is, well, then you wouldn't be able to be as creative. Because people have created an entire, inventory systems with Redstone. And my answer to that is like, yes, there are people who do that. You're absolutely right. You'll notice that they are like 1% of your fan base, though. The creative element are those people who build cool things. Houses, for example. The amount of people who even understand Redstone in Minecraft are probably like 20% of the entire community. Like, that's tiny. I don't know about you, but that sounds tiny to me. 20% of the entire community has any knowledge of how Redstone even works, Like, I don't know freaking jack squat about how Redstone works. But also, you really can't know how Redstone works. Because even if you do know how Redstone works, you only know it in one version. There's no quasi-connectivity in Bedrock. Half of the Redstone contraptions that people build don't work in Bedrock. It's like that you need parity. Parity is a big thing that Minecraft needs. I don't know if you've realized, Mojang. The people that sit here and say, we're working towards parity, and then in the newest version of Minecraft, put things in that are not parity. Like, hello? If you're working towards parity, stop adding features that are different between versions. If you're working towards parity, show us that you're working towards parity. So far, we have seen nothing, zero, that shows that you have any interest in working towards parity. 1.20 has different mechanics in it. Or I should say the 1.20 snapshots have things in it that are different if you're on Bedrock. Like, stop adding things that are different between platforms. And I can tell you exactly why this kind of stuff happens. Mojang, simply put, has too many employees. What's the old saying? Too many chefs in a kitchen spoils the batch. The more employees you have, the more you have to work together with them, ensure that your vision is the same as them, There's just too many people working at Mojang. The reason why modders, a group of 10 people can create entire dimensions, entire mechanics, entire game modes, entire aspects of the game is because there's only 10 people. I have no wood, which is Interesting. I was fairly certain I grabbed some. But now I have none. I was fairly certain I had grabbed many blocks of wood. Maybe I turned them into torches. Like, the exact reason why there is so much trouble in Mojang is because there's just too dang many people. I mean, what's the solution to that? You're gonna fire half the people? I mean, that's not really gonna help. I mean, it will. But I mean, now you've just made things worse for those people. You know, a bunch of people are out of jobs. You know? It's just... But that's the problem. There's just too dang many people working at Mojang. And the bigger the company gets, the more people there are, you know? And that's something that a lot of people also don't realize, you know? Because they'll be like, well, if you're having so much trouble with, you know, keeping to if there's not enough people working, you know, if you don't have enough people doing the jobs and things, then just hire more people. And it's like, it doesn't work like that at all. That there is no direct correlation. You know? It is not a direct correlation. You know, adding one person might help. You're right. But adding one person might actually slow things down even more. Because once you add that one person, now that's yet another person that you have to work with and, you know, argue with and fight with and, you know, get this person to view the thing that they're working on the same way you view it. You know, it is not a direct one-to-one. And sorry to say, but a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people think the opposite. A lot of people just think, throw as many people at it as you can and you'll fix the problem. But that literally sometimes is the reason you have the problem. Because you threw too many people at it. You know? You know, it stops being a, you know, you have to, I don't know what, I don't know what I was going to say there actually, so. But no, the reason that 3 people can make a mod better than Mojang can make an entire version of Minecraft is because it's 2 people. And that's just the way it is, unfortunately. You know, 2 people could make Minecraft again. And it would be better than Minecraft is. Just because it's only 2 people. You know? And also, I mean, another issue that Mojang does face, obviously, is the constant, like, need to ensure that, you know, a game this old continues to run. You know? Like, one of the biggest problems that World of Warcraft faces right now is simply the fact that the code is so dang old. In fact, most of the people that are working in World of Warcraft right now heck, maybe even all of them at this point, none of them were the people that wrote the code. And this comes up quite a few times too, I've heard, where somebody's like, well, it's all the same language, right? It's C#, it's Java, it's whatever. Like, how hard is it to read, how hard, it can't be that hard to just, read it, right? And the answer is, yeah, it is, actually. Because you think of it as a written language, Think of it like this. Let's say we can all speak and write English, right? So have you ever looked at somebody else who writes English and go, man, your handwriting sucks? Because they don't write the same way as you. You know how to read your handwriting. That doesn't mean that you know how to read somebody else's handwriting. You know how to read code that you wrote. That doesn't mean you know how to read code that somebody else wrote. Because maybe they didn't use an expression that you use regularly in the code. And I think that's a big problem, that we get too caught up in well, it's all the same game code. Shouldn't everybody just, know? It's like, no, that's very much not the case. Sometimes that's exactly the problem, actually, is you don't know how to read somebody else's code. And you're the one whose job it is to go in and debug and make sure that everything's working. But you can't read their code, so you have no idea if it's working the way they want it to. Because it's not written the way that you would write it. And that's another good example of too many chefs in the kitchen spoil the pot. Two coders can sit down and figure out how to write code similarly so that each other can understand it. That was words. 100 coders. How are you going to get 100 people to all write exactly the same way? It's not going to happen. Rick, put that there. It's dark. Rick, I saw that gold though. This is why you always dig out gravel. Whoops. That was almost a mistake. This is why you always dig out gravel. You never know when there's going to be something right behind it. People always ask me, why do you always dig out all of the gravel? Because you never know. I could be 1 block away from a diamond. And it's just right here. It wasn't. But here's some iron. Would I have found that had I avoided that gravel? No. And look, that's a lot of iron too. Jeez. But would I have found that if I hadn't dug out all of this gravel? I would not have. This is why I always dig out all the gravel. I mean, heck, I was digging that one gravel and there was gold right behind it. You know? I wouldn't have found that gold had I not dug it out. So, here's tough blocks. If I wanted to use those for anything. Sure, this would be easier if I had a shovel. But also, I'm going through a lot of gravel right now. And I'm just using the torch method, you know? Pop. 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 Honestly, as much as I wish vein mining was a thing in, base Minecraft, just because it would, be so much easier to dig out all of this, like, I'm fine with it not being a thing. But really, though, gravel is an absolute pain to dig through. It really is. It is seriously a pain to dig through. I don't know if tough blocks have any, good, appearances. Throw it in a stone cutter, get, other designs kind of thing. I don't know if these have any, really good ones. So I'm a little, I don't know if I should be mining all of this tough for a build or what. But, also, click and drag. Click and drag needs to be a thing in base Minecraft. They're called quality of life improvements. And I don't understand why so many people are against them. Here is a thing that makes your game more fun. Yeah, but I don't want to do that. I question your... I don't want to say I question your sanity, but... why? Because it's not fun. So I'm giving you a list of features to make your game more fun. But it's not more fun. Question marks? I legitimately don't understand that. What am I anyway? -10. I'm just gonna do some mining. Oh, hi, Esther. My, reclusive cat just came out and looked at me. And, was all cute for a moment and then ran off. I would totally change her name, though, if it was up to me. My family's like, it's your cat now. I'm like, not really. But we're up to me. She would not be named Esther. Because I know why she was named Esther. And I'm sorry, but I have no problems with people using biblical names. You know, it's fine. But I do not believe in, a religion. I don't believe in a, God-like being. Hey! That desires torment, death, abuse. I don't believe in it. There's our diamonds. 8 diamonds. Awesome. Got that just in time. It would be nice if I could find another vein just to take screenshot of. Maybe I can like go into creative mode and just like steal a couple blocks and put it there again. Just so it's like, just to like take the screenshot and then remove them as if they never existed. I would never actually, like, give myself resources. Like, and here's the thing. I would absolutely give myself a new pickaxe. Torches. I wouldn't go and be like, oh, I have, 50 more diamonds. But I would absolutely be like, okay, I have been sitting here for 2 hours doing this thing. Not finding what I'm after. My pickaxe has broken 13 times now. I have run out of torches 100 times. I have the resources to make them. I would just have to literally travel all the way back to the base to do so. Do I do that? Or do I just type /give torches 64? /give stone pickaxe. Like, I have nothing now. I have no torches. I have no pickaxe. But I would at this point I would absolutely just be like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna just /give myself, just a handful of torches. Because one, I've proven that I have the ability to do the thing. I have proven that I have not only the ability to, find the resource sometimes, but to, find it, to mine it, to do all of the things, It's just, do I run all the way back to the base kind of thing, Freaking wish iron was magnetic. Just like in modded. Now we're gonna reach the point where all of you can't even see. I'll grab one more torch. I'll grab this torch from the end. I'll light this one up. And this will be the last thing I do. Again, I would just keep going. Off camera. I'd just be like, okay, 64 torches. New stone pickaxe. But I am recording. Somebody's going to complain if I type in those commands. You know. It's really just... like, people want YouTubers to, like, get through the game and do the things as quick as possible. But they also don't want to sit there and watch you do it. Like, if that's the case, just let me use a freaking command, and then you don't have to watch me run all the way back to base, you know? I mean, I could say, like, well, this is my series. I can do whatever I want, and then just do it. No, this is 2. I thought that was 1. It's because of just the way this is. How I, like, didn't go inwards to get the deep slate. Like, I could just, hey, something worth all that trouble. There's the gold. Not that we need it for anything, because this isn't modded. Does something need to have a use to be in the game? Gold doesn't have a use unless you're making, I don't know, a clock. Golden apples. I guess golden apples can count. Well, we're in a cave now, so there's that. I guess golden apples do count. They are very useful. I won't disagree. So I guess that can count as, you know, being useful for something. But at what point does it stop being such and such is useful and it becomes such and such is only useful in a specific situation? You know, how many uses does an item or block have to have in order to be considered having a use? Is it 1? Because copper has many uses in that case. Nothing down there? Like, because, I mean, you can use copper to freaking make spyglasses and freaking lightning rods. So, I mean, there's 2 uses right there. So does that count? Or is that still, copper has no uses? Is it that copper has no uses, or is it that copper has no uses that you use? Again, at what point does it stop being that such and such an item has no uses and become such and such an item is useful? That was almost death. Good thing I have keep... You know what? I need to come back anyway. And I actually do need to stop recording. I didn't notice the time. Family are waking up. So I actually, like, need to go. So I hope you've enjoyed so far. If you did, feel free to subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Tell me your opinion on the whole, like, difficulty thing, you know, discussion that we had half an hour ago. You know, does a game being difficult make it more fun, or is it that only that a game being more difficult is fun simply because it's the only aspect, you know, of the game? So, I think I mentioned it in Endwalker too, but whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe. check Discord and Patreon. And with that, I have nothing else to say. So this is raw salmon. So that's unfortunate. See you later. Ooh, copper ingots.